Alright guys, we are back once again with another training video. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, so I figured I'd bring you up to speed with one of my workouts. This was a Max OT workout. This one, what you're going to be watching in the video, this is an arm day that I had a few nights ago, so this was over Labor Day weekend. And the workout that comes up after this was a chest training routine. It was pretty short, so I figured I'd throw it on here on top of this workout, which took place a week prior to this. So I'll just kind of run through my workout with you guys. Right now I'm warming up. I'm doing close grip bench presses with the easy bar on the floor. Lately I've been doing them like this just because if I try to use a bench, I don't like it too much, just because once I get up to a working weight with my 4 to 6 rep range, when I try to lift it up over my head, it's just a little bit too harsh on my wrists, and it's just kind of awkward. So I kind of stumbled across doing it this particular style, and I end up liking it quite a bit. So yeah, I just been doing it this way and been liking it a lot. So yeah, right here you'll see that I'm doing one of my working sets of 6 reps. This was fairly easy, so anytime that I get 6 reps, what I try to do is, when I focus at a 4 to 6 rep range, try to get 4 reps on my own, but no more than 6. So if I hit 6, that's my signal to up the weight, which is what I did in this next set. And this worked out nice too, because there was nobody at the gym. I think I was there about midnight, 12:30, something like that. So yeah, I couldn't get the motivation that day. It was over the weekend, and like 12 hours later I felt like hitting up the gym. So that's just kind of how it took place that day. So now you'll see me doing dumbbell hammer curls. This was a working set with the 85s, and usually I'm around the 80-pound dumbbells when I'm doing Max OT hammer curls, because usually I train at an LA Fitness that's close by my home, and those handles on those dumbbells are a lot fatter grips than these are Vanco dumbbells, so these handles are a little bit skinnier. You can kind of get a better grip on them, so they tend to feel lighter just because I'm able to get a lot better leverage, a lot better grip on those. So I was able to go up to the 85s with pretty much the same kind of execution that I do with the 80s at my LA Fitness on those dumbbells. Those are iron grip dumbbells, so they feel, a little bit different. But yeah, got a really good session in. Got plenty of meals in me because I didn't train till midnight. So I think at that point I had 4 meals in me, and yeah, I had all kinds of energy, so things went pretty well. And you'll see my form gets pretty loose, but that has always worked really well for me. When I go heavyweight and just really aggressive, really intense, I mean, I don't condone anybody train this way when you're first starting out, just because you want to get a solid foundation with your exercises right off the bat, like your first couple of years, and then eventually you can start using some body English that works, that's tailored to your body mechanics to further, progress and overload and challenge your muscles, because perfect form will only take you so far for so long, at least my experience. Once you hit a plateau, you got to break through those plateaus. You got to continue to push yourself, and once you start kind of loosening up on your execution, you'll start breaking through those plateaus. At least that's what's happened for me, so I figured I'd share that with you guys. Okay, now we're on to push downs, tricep push downs. And this particular stack, these ones are a lot smoother. There's other stacks that are a bit heavier that are across the gym, but the problem is you can't make any adjustments from the top to the bottom where you want to start the movement. And this one you can make the adjustment, and it happens to land right in front of you. Plus these cables are just a little bit smoother, so if you have that option in your gym, yeah, I had some weight right here, but yeah, if you have that option at your gym, yeah, try to when you start the tricep movement, if you have a cable station that you can kind of start it right around parallel and push down, I'd recommend do that. You can save your shoulders, because from here to here, it's a wasted movement. You're just going to end up, kind of taxing your shoulders, and we're not really there to do that. We're there to tax our triceps. So yeah, this was another set of 6 reps. Actually, this one Yeah, I didn't want to get too far away from this because then I wouldn't remember what the hell I did. I think that set I went up to 8 reps just because the stack was still pretty light and I just couldn't get any more weight on there. And then we are going to move on. What are we going to do here? Okay, now we're doing easy bar cable curls. And what I do for these ones, I mean, you can vary it. This is just a variation in the exercise. Instead of starting with the cable in front of you, I like to pull it in between my legs. You get a little bit different squeeze on it, and it keeps your shoulders out of the movement. It's really nice. So you want to, the arc that you want to do, because that cable is traveling away from you, you want to kind of get the arc to go this way like that, not so much like this, because then you're not distributing, you know, that resistance into your biceps. You kind of want to bring it this way, so it's like kind of like that kind of an arc. So yeah, I did what did I do? I think I did 3 exercise. Yeah, three sets of this exercise, and then moved on. And I only did 2 exercises. 2 exercises for biceps, 2 exercises for triceps, because that's really all I need for arm workouts. You know, on Max OT, because I only train each muscle group once a week. That seems to be optimal for me, and it always has been since I do construction, and you know, my shoulders and my body's always getting worked 5 days a week, so that's an optimal training breakdown for me. And then the camera went out of focus for some stupid reason. All right, had to throw forearms in there at the end. So this is a gripper machine. Not every gym has these. If you still got some old school gyms with old school equipment around there, you know, throughout North America or anywhere else, you can find these still occasionally. But these are really, really good for working your forearms. Make sure that you go all the way up, all the way down on this. You see a lot of people on this machine. Yeah, they'll throw tons of weight on there and they'll just do like this kind of crap, and yeah, that's not going to cut it. Your forearms are still going to suck. Yeah, all the way up, all the way down. So yeah, overloaded the forearms on that machine. Always like this machine too, and plus you can play around with different grip positions. I can go like this, you can go like this, and go like this. So yeah, you get a little bit of variety on this machine. It's a good machine. Alright, and then the final exercise for forearms, I just did basic dumbbell wrist curls, standing dumbbell wrist curls. Always like this a lot. So this first set was 95. I felt pretty light, so I ended up going up after that to 105. Unfortunately, those dumbbells are just, a lot of them are just bent to oblivion in that gym. People just, you know, dropping the weights and or not knowing how to drop them properly. They're just all bent up now, so I remember when I had to grab the 105s, they were slightly bent, so they're a little bit harder to obviously control when I was doing it. So yeah, right here I go up to a 105 on my second set. This gym's great for doing videos too. It's the only problem is I wish I could do these videos, you know, like the old times, old YouTube days where, you know, you didn't get in trouble for background music and stuff like that, and you could hear the, you know, the raw emotion of the workouts. I mean, when I watch a bodybuilding video, that's what I like to see. I like to hear the clanging and banging of the weights. I like to hear people just getting into it, the aggression. And unfortunately, you can't leave a lot of that unless I had somebody kill the music for me. I just can't do that anymore. I miss that about YouTube videos, or just being able to do those videos how I used to do them, because that's just cool to me. I like looking back on workouts when you can hear the aggression, you can just hear just the raw emotion behind it. Just something about that. Now you watch a lot of these YouTube videos out there. It's just like the culture has just changed so much, and just the way things are on YouTube now, it just kind of sucks. Okay, so this I went up to, I think it was a 110 I grabbed for my final working set. Or did I get there yet? Or is that the 105? Now that might be the 105. I gotta pay attention. Forearms have always been another good muscle group that I've had. Just arms in general has always been just a standout body part for me. I mean, you guys should see my dad's genetics. That's where I get all of it from. My dad's got these big, blown out, veiny, grainy forearms and calves. I think I shared a picture of what my dad's calves looked like when I went up to visit him when him and I went fishing together for a weekend. And yeah, just these big calves. Guy's never worked out a day in his life and just blows a lot of other people away. Doesn't even work out. Okay, so now we're on the chest workout that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. This was the week prior. I'm on the decline wide grip machine. This one really I get a good squeeze on this machine. Now typically I like to stick to the free weights mostly for especially max OT training, but I had an injury back in 2015. I tore my coracoid tendon or whatever that is right up here that ties into your shoulder and your pec, and I did it on dumbbell flies. I was like 3/4 of the way through through my chest workout, and it just ended up going. It was like felt like a piece of Velcro, like when you peel a piece of Velcro back. That's like how it felt. You feel that skipping motion through my chest, and God, I almost puked. It was just it was nasty. I was freaking out. But now, unfortunately, I got this divot in here, and I didn't actually notice it until somebody called it out in a video years ago. Like, man, did you get injured or something? And like, I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, I did, but I never really noticed it. Like, it was that pronounced until the guy actually said something about it. So now, like, I'm subconscious about it, and I can always see it. So it kind of sucks, but I mean, it happened. You know, shit happens sometimes. So back to this exercise. You know, I really like I like the squeeze I get on this. It keeps my shoulders out of the movement, and that's what I try to do these days. You know, to work around stuff that's happened in the past. I don't do too much flat benching or anything like that anymore. So yeah, just still sticking to the 4 to 6 rep range. Anywhere I can overload and continue to move forward, especially following, you know, my max OT routine, I try to do. Yeah, this was the final set. I think this was the third working set I did. So yeah, I went up to 4 plates and 25 on each side. Felt really good that day. That was on a Sunday. What I try to do is I try to dig my feet down and just kind of stick my chest out. I try to stick my chest out on pretty much all chest movements. Just try to keep it like that and push that way. Pretend like you don't really have any shoulders or arms. That way you're pushing through here where it matters. That's what you're trying to do. And then this machine right here, this was, I've seen this I haven't been to this gym in a while. So when I came back, they had this new chest machine right next to it. I wanted to try it, and it didn't go as good as I had hoped for. I've used one similar to it, and I thought this one was going to be a lot like that, but it wasn't. I just, like, once I got there, I was like, you know what, I'll just go through with it, and you know, hopefully I get some kind of stimulation out of it. But what I didn't like about it is the handles were a little bit too far back, and the way that they traveled was not to my liking, not to my biomechanics anyway. Just the way I'm put together, it didn't feel like the one I can remember using that I liked. But I do like that neutral kind of grip that helps keep my shoulder out of the movement. So it's like when I do flat dumbbell presses these days, like if I'm doing the free weight version of the dumbbell presses or whatever, I like to turn them this way, almost do like a hex press and keep them together, because this way just doesn't feel good these days anymore. I don't target the muscle group like I used to in the past. before this happened. So this machine, yeah, I think I went up to, it was actually pretty difficult, what I remember. But just the angle of it just wasn't what I hoped for. And I finished off with, I only got one of these on camera, so this was just a basic, you know, cable crossover. I like to throw these in at the end. I think I went a little bit higher rep on this one too. Don't get too far away from the workout. It's hard to keep track of what I did. Yep, so that's it, guys. So I thought I would share that with you. I got a leg workout that I just did the other night too, that I'll be uploading in this same style. If you guys like this style where I narrate over it, because I don't really have any other way that I can do these. So yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions of how you'd like to see some of these workout videos, let me know in the comments, and then I'll see what I can do to help you guys out. I appreciate you guys watching as always, so keep on the lookout for, you know, more music videos and the occasional bodybuilding video. So appreciate you guys watching. Take it easy.